Excuse me, Professor Gutsy.
Are you okay, Gerdie?
Yeah, I guess so, but I keep burping all the time.
Everyone burps, Gerdie. A big, loud burp can feel great, but are you burping up sour-tasting liquid in your mouth?
Yeah, it tastes yucky, and it burns too.
Does your stomach or your throat hurt? Do you feel like you have to throw up?
My throat feels kind of funny, and sometimes at night I feel like I have to throw up.
Everybody gets stomach aches or throws up sometimes, but if you are throwing up a lot or burping up sour-tasting liquid and having lots of stomach aches, you might have GERD.
Gerd? What's that? Sounds like my name.
GERD is short for gastroesophageal reflux disease. Gastroesophageal is a really long word. It means anything to do with your stomach and the tube that the food goes down to get to your stomach.
So I have some stomach disease? Did I catch it from someone?
No, but let's look at your symptoms to see if you might have GERD. Burning feeling in your chest or throat, stomach ache, throwing up, burping that tastes sour or burns, salty tasting spit, trouble swallowing, sore throat, scratchy voice, coughing, or clearing your throat a lot.
Wow, Gerd sounds gross.
It may not be pleasant, but the best thing to do when you feel sick is to tell your parents. They might ask you a lot of questions about what you ate and what happened to you when you went to the bathroom. They want to find out what is making you feel so bad so that they can help you.
What is that word? Astroesophageal?
Not quite. Let's try that again. Gastro.
Gastro.
Esophageal.
Esophageal.
Great. Now say reflux.
Reflux. What does that word mean?
Well, before I explain reflux and more about GERD, let's start off with the basics. Digestion, like what will happen to your peanut butter and jelly sandwich after you eat it today?
Well, I have money to buy lunch with today, but I had peanut butter and jelly yesterday.
No matter what you will eat for lunch today, your body can take hours or even days to digest the sandwich or pizza or taco you had at lunch.
Pizza. I like pizza and tacos. Maybe I'll buy pizza for lunch.
Digestion keeps going whether you are playing or reading or running or sleeping. Your digestive system just keeps on going and going.
So something dies when I eat? What is this digesting?
Digestion. Try saying digestion.
Digestion.
Good job. When your body is digesting, it means that it is taking what it needs, like vitamins, from the food you eat and getting rid of the food parts it doesn't need.
I don't understand. You mean my body doesn't have to clean its plate?
Not exactly. Why don't we watch a video on what will happen to your lunch after you've eaten it today?
It all starts in the mouth. When you eat, the spit, saliva, in your mouth starts to break down the food. Together, your teeth and your spit make the food mushy enough to swallow. Your tongue pushes a little bit of the mushy food to the back of your throat and into the opening of your esophagus. Your esophagus is the tube that moves food from your mouth to your stomach. Food doesn't go down the esophagus on its own. You have to swallow. When you swallow, the muscles in the esophagus squeeze the food down the esophagus and into the stomach. One end of the esophagus is attached to the stomach. The stomach's job is to take the small, mushy bits of food that you've swallowed and turn them into even smaller bits of food. It does this in two different ways. The muscles in the stomach walls churn, breaking the food up even more. The stomach walls also make acid, or gastric juices. These juices turn the food into even a mushier mix that's almost liquid. This is what comes out of your mouth when you vomit. When the stomach has finished breaking up the food, the muscles start pushing the food into the small intestine. If you stretched out your small intestine, it would be 22 feet long. It is hard to believe that you could have a 22-foot-long tube packed into your body, but you do, and it is located under your stomach. It is in the small intestine where your body gets the vitamins, proteins, minerals, and other nutrients it needs. The small intestine keeps breaking down the liquid food until the nutrients are small enough to be absorbed by the body. It doesn't do this work by itself. It has help from some important organs, the pancreas, the liver, and the gallbladder. These organs send different kinds of digestive fluids to the small intestine. The fluid from the pancreas helps digest fats and proteins. The fluid from the liver helps absorb fats. This liver fluid is called bile, and the gallbladder stores bile until the body needs it. These organs send different kinds of digestive fluids to the small intestine. The fluid from the pancreas helps digest fats and proteins. The fluid from the liver helps absorb fats. This liver fluid is called bile, and the gallbladder stores bile until the body needs it. The liver is a big filter for the body. When the blood carries the nutrients to the liver gets rid of anything in the nutrients that might harm the body. The liver also decides how many of the nutrients are carried by the blood to other parts of the body and how many are kept in storage.
Well, Gerdie, do you now understand what happens when you eat something?
Not really. What is the waste stuff? Is that when we go to the bathroom?
Yes, Gerdie. That is just the food you eat that your body doesn't use. Not everything is needed.
Good. Then maybe my body doesn't need the broccoli my mom sometimes makes me eat at dinner. I still don't get how my body decides to do any of this stuff.
Okay, let's start at the beginning. Digestion starts in the mouth with your saliva breaking down the food.
Saliva?
Yes, saliva. It's the same thing as spit.
So when I spit, I am digesting? Why does my mom say not to spit at people then if it is just digesting?
The spit needs to stay in your mouth and help you break up your food. After you chew up your food and swallow, it slides down the esophagus to the stomach.
What?
Esophagus. That is a long tube that goes from your throat to your stomach. Can you say that?
Esophagus. That's a long word too. So my esophagus pushes the food that my spit digests and my stomach digests?
Yes. Remember what I said about how it can take hours and days for your sandwich to digest? Your stomach is another step in the digestion process. Your stomach helps to break up the food that came down your esophagus.
Does my stomach have spit in it too?
Kind of. It has a liquid called gastric juice which helps digest the food. Gastric means related to the stomach, like the word we learned earlier, gastroesophageal.
So the stomach and esophagus together. Does the gastric juice come out of my stomach? What does it taste like?
When you throw up, you taste the gastric juice. It isn't very tasty. In fact, it is sour and can burn.
I'll say, it isn't any juice I want to drink.
Well, it's a very strong liquid. That is how it dissolves your food. Once this is done, the stomach sends the food on to the intestine for further digestion. Here, your pancreas, gallbladder, and liver also help in the digestion process.
So these other things help with some kind of test? I don't get it.
Most of the time, when we swallow, food goes down the throat through the esophagus and into the stomach. The esophageal sphincter is a muscle at the bottom of the esophagus. This muscle relaxes so food can enter the stomach. Then, it closes to keep stomach contents from going back into the esophagus. Reflux may occur if this muscle relaxes at the wrong time or relaxes too much. The stomach makes acid to help digest the food we eat. When someone has reflux, the acid comes up along with the food. Because of this acid, when someone has reflux, the esophagus or the airway may become irritated.
So, to start, there is a place in your body where the esophagus joins the stomach. There is a ring of muscle right there called the lower esophageal sphincter.
Does it smell bad or something? Why is it called a stinker?
Not stinker, Gerdie. Sphincter. Lower esophageal sphincter. Can you say that, Gerdie? Say lower esophageal sphincter.
Lower esophageal sphincter. It still sounds stinky to me.
Anyway, this muscle keeps food and acid in the stomach from going back into the esophagus. Sometimes the lower esophageal sphincter relaxes, and when it happens, food and stomach acid can leak back into the esophagus.
And that is what tastes so bad because it comes through the sphincter?
It tastes bad and burns because it is stomach acid.
What should I eat if I have Gerd?
There may be some foods that cause your GERD to start up. You may notice that you get a stomach ache or start belching after you drink soda, but not after you have water.
I thought that was because of the bubbles in soda. So I can't drink soda anymore?
Well, there are some common foods that can start GERD symptoms. Some of these are caffeine, a chemical in tea and some sodas, chocolate. Chocolate also has caffeine. Fatty and or spicy foods like a greasy slice of pizza or a taco with lots of salsa.
Do I really have to give up pizza and chocolate?
Maybe not. You have to figure out what foods make you feel bad and try not to eat those foods very often. You can also try eating smaller meals more often instead of just a big lunch and a big dinner. You should also try not to eat an hour or two before bedtime. Well, Gerdie, sounds like it's time to start the digestion process. It's time for lunch.
Yeah, all this talk of food has made me hungry. I still would rather have pizza, but maybe I should pick something different today. Thanks for teaching me about Gerd. It makes me feel better knowing what is wrong, and I'm happy there is something I can do.
You are most welcome, Gerdie.